Greetings everyone. Thank you for tuning in for one more of our interviews in Life After Alpine. Today we have with us another alumni of Alpine who has graduated at 2011 and today works at McArthurGlen Designer Outlet Athens, and his name is George Segredos, a tourism executive. Hello dear George, how are you today?
Greetings Manos. I'm fine. Thank you for having me here. And I'm really looking forward on sharing my point of view on my experience with the Alpine Center.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. We would like to ask you about your life after Alpine, dear George. And we would like to jump in asking you our first question, which is, how well has Alpine helped you with your career? And how did it help you to reach the position that you hold today? And if you can, tell us a bit about the milestones that you went through to reach it.
I will try to touch on the question one at each time. So regarding the first one, I think that Alpine has done an excellent job on preparing thoroughly the students with a very well-balanced curriculum in terms of academic knowledge necessary for the graduate to enter the business. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a very well grasp on basic principles of finance, marketing, and hotel management, as well as having the chance to see the practical implications and see how a hotel is run from the perspective of inside, let's say. Regarding my stay in Alpine, I also have to highlight the fact that a great gravity has been thrown into preparing the graduate very well for the professional reality that is expected to be found outside the structure of the university. And by that I mean that we managed to see ourselves grow and learn how to be professional and what is expected from us upon our graduation. Regarding on how I reached where I am right now, I had the chance to find myself working in some of the leading companies within hotel business in Greece. I started off as a trainee in Astir Palace, what is now well known as Four Seasons, and during my second industry placement, so-called, I landed in Crete, in Dioscov, where I started working as a trainee in the sales and marketing department, and I was immediately hooked by it. I find it very interesting, and I was very fascinated to see the real implication of what I have been studying. So after that, I spent a couple of years within Dioscov, working as well in reservations, before jumping as a sales manager in Hotel Brain for a couple of years again. Then I was sales manager for the Discover Greek Culture DMC before coming here and resting in McArthurGlen as a tourism executive for Athens. So this is it, more or less.
Fantastic career path, George. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Very interesting. Could I ask a bit more for your current position that you hold, some information regarding it, because it is very unique to have a position as a tourism executive at McArthurGlen Designer Outlet. I've never heard that position before, and it's very nice to have our viewers understand that with a tourism and hospitality degree, you can include yourselves on many types of businesses and retail businesses, such as MacArthur. So, what is your day as a tourism executive?
All right. So first of all, I have to say that I totally agree with your comment. Tourism and hospitality industry has a very wide spectrum of position in which you can work with, and I didn't plan to leave from the traditional path of hotel industry, but yet again here I am working for a company which is a global leader in leasing and retail.
Exactly.
To answer your very spot on question, what's my job? Actually, I'm a member of the management team for McArthurGlen here in Athens, and the reason why I'm here is because tourists are a vital portion of our customers mix. Mm-hmm. As well as they have an increasing gravity in terms of turnover for us. So tourism pose a valuable resource for us, and if I can name that in that way. So what the company actually does is employ one tourism expert for each of the 25 locations that right now McArthurGlen has centers. So I played this role for us in Athens. I'm the tourism expert for McArthurGlen, and what my job is I try to raise brand awareness within the tourism industry, and how we do this is by communicating our message via relevant channels such as hotels, travel agents, tour operators, online booking engines. We have a very close collaboration with all the major players in the market, trust me. And that's why we managed to record an excess of 40,000 tourists during 2019. So this is it more or less. It's a very hybrid job. Part of it has to do with marketing, of course. There's another serious part of it that does with sales, and of course, I'm also responsible on ensuring that the tourists coming here do find a top-notch experience in terms of what we provide. So from making sure that all the personnel is well prepared in order to welcome and give a proper service to the tourists, to having dual signage everywhere so everybody is familiar with what they see. So this is more or less the core responsibilities of my position. Of course, I won't go into the depth of it, but this is it more or less.
Very interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
It is very unique, as you very well said. Dear George, do you have a unique experience that you can share from your studying years in Alpine as a student with our audience? Something that still lives with you today?
All right. So this is a quite tricky question. Of course, as we try to advertise all the time, what makes memories stand out are people, and I won't go away out of this logic. I remember what I still remember are most of them are my good fellow students that are now lonely friends, and of course the lecturers and the personnel from Alpine, which were really helpful throughout my 4 years on the center. So this is what I remember. I can't sort out one specific moment.
That is great. Friendships and networking is something really
exactly.
That is great. Thank you very much. And moving on to our final question, dear George, is: do you have a message to give to our current students and the prospective students that want to join Alpine in the near or distant future?
All right. So travel industry and tourism and travel industry, it's a very fascinating place to work. I can reassure you about that. And I can also tell you that Alpine center post is a very good first stepping stone in order to enter to this fascinating world. So try to take the most out of it, both in terms of academics as well as the very wide connections within the market, which is tied to Alpine. Try to focus and set your own vision and mission and chase it until the end.
Thank you very much, dear George.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and we loved the time that we had with you. We hope to see you again in the near future on another subject.
It would be my absolute pleasure, Manos. Thank you so much for having me and giving me the opportunity to share my own view on things.